This sounds like political presidential talk to me, and I know people have talked to you about whether or not you want to run. Would you ever?
I just probably wouldn't do it, Oprah. I probably wouldn't, but I do get tired of seeing what's happening with this country, and if it got so bad, I would never want to rule it out totally.
I know Donald forever. I like Donald very much.
Wonderful guy. I mean,
he is.
And he's miscast by the media, you know that.
He is actually a very intelligent man who cares deeply about America. There are two different Donald Trumps. There's the one you see on the stage, and there's the one who's very cerebral, sits there and considers things very carefully. You can have a very good conversation with him.
He is one of the most generous people I know.
He hired a lot of strong women and gave us opportunities and promoted us and listened to us. And so he's not as bad as he sounds.
His New York values, I think, underlie a real person who is probably among the least racist politicians on the national scene.
Trump has nothing against Mexicans. He has something against illegal immigration.
I think Donald Trump, underneath it all, isn't just a business guy. I think he loves America. I really do. I think he cares.
Well, I saw her today at the reception. A glass of wine in her hand. I knew that she would need a connection. That her feet was a footloose man. Now you can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want.
What money is, where it comes from, and how to make more of it, rather than redistributing other people's in exchange for their vote.
Yeah, if you try sometime,
It's love of country. I think all of the media is getting it wrong.
The silent majority is back, and we're going to take the country back.
First, we don't come to 10. We take care of everyone else but our own, and that's going to change.
What's in the best interests of the United States of America? That's Trumpism.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good night. Depends on when you're watching this. Welcome. Another episode of Ghetto America. Well, as you saw in the beginning there, it's out the bag. The cat's out the bag. Everybody knows now. I am a Trump supporter. And if you guys didn't guess already from my previous videos, I don't know what's wrong with you then. So, here's why and why I become a Trump supporter. I used to actually be a Democrat, liberal. I had that mindset. I used to have a hippie mindset. All we need is hugs and love and no laws. And, everybody's free to each their own, whether they want to do anything, I guess, murder, steal. And that was more of a young mind thought. That was when I was young. I wasn't thinking right. When you get older, you realize things. You realize things are meant to be. As far as we need some kind of order. So I feel like Democrats don't have that platform. They just want to control. And liberals have a terrible idea. They want no control. They just want open, free, everything. I mean, nothing. I mean, so both of those are not good platforms there. So that's why I've decided to go the Republican route. I've also realized most Republicans are they live good lives. Not so, I guess you could say, ghetto. They usually have a nice house, nice yards. Most of them go to church. And they're trustworthy people, I feel, compared to most other parties, people that are involved in other parties. So one thing that made me change is I realized that I was accepting ghetto life. I was in the group like everyone else, accepting ghetto life. I used to not mind living in a house with roaches, going over to friends' houses with roaches, and who knows, just dirty as hell. And I thought it was fine. I was okay with the mom always yelling at the kids, all ghetto style. The dad, drunk, wanting to fight someone left and right all the time. Just this angry beta male mentality. And so I used to be around that a lot and think it was okay. I was becoming that way. It wasn't until I finally awakened, thanks to a few YouTubers, some friends, and just my mind of thought of thinking, this isn't right. This ghetto life is not the way to live. You get nothing out of it. So that's why I changed. I changed my stance on how I viewed things. So that is how I became a Republican. So I'm fortunate enough not to have kids. The reason I say that is because nowadays I just don't think it's a great environment to raise kids in this ghetto lifestyle. Most people have it, not everybody, but most people have this ghetto mentality, and they raise their kids the same way. They get their kids used to it, living in that kind of situations and stuff. Another big reason why I don't have kids is because most women I know accept and are okay with the ghetto life. Just most, not all. So it's hard to find a woman that's gonna treat your kids right, live the right life, keep your kids and yourself clean and neat, and things like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to Trump here. So I get a lot of people, not surprisingly, a lot of people that don't like Trump. Right away, I usually accuse them of being a liberal or a Democrat. And a lot of them, they just don't know. They're blind. They can't help it. They listen to mainstream media, and a lot of people like to follow the masses. That's one thing I've always had a mindset. I don't like to follow the masses. If everybody likes a team, I don't like that team. So Trump's been wanting to run for president for a long time ago. Back in the late 80s, he was on Oprah. He was on a few different TV shows talking about how he wants to be president and his ideas. When I first watched Trump, I known him for just his shows, his reality show TV, and just him being mean to everybody and just the worst boss you'd ever want. So I didn't like Trump at all. It wasn't until the idea of him becoming a president which made me start thinking, And once he started acting on it, I started liking him a lot more. Before that, I didn't like him. Rappers used to like him. Snoop, he used to like Trump. A lot of black artists used to like Trump. They used to want to be like him. He was the money man. He was a successful man. How do they treat him now? Well, you guys know. That's liberal ideas and Democrat ideas. They have the mindset of that. They also have the mindset of their mothers. Real men don't get upset. Real men can handle what's thrown at them without throwing a tantrum. Okay, so speaking of haters and stuff, so I recently, in my neighborhood, I recently went full out and I got myself a Trump license plate to put on my car. Well, I knew buying it from the beginning was probably not a good idea, but my stance on making America great again is to not care. You got to push back. You can't let them shut you up. We're trying to send out a message, and they want to shut us up, the Democrats and the liberals. and they have their little minions out there helping them, not realizing the bad deeds they are doing. So sometimes I've noticed now, when I go around with my Trump plates, I get a lot of good, but I get bad. I get good. I could tell they're from good, wholesome people. They usually, like, oh yeah, woo. I'll get a woo from another car, or I'll get another car that honks at me, and then they're waving their hands, and I know why, because they see my Trump, and they're obviously a Trump fan too. But then there's the others. Unfortunately, they're usually Hispanic. I haven't had any other races get upset about it, only the Hispanics. But right away they like to say, and I call them ignorant, but they like to say, oh, you hate Mexicans, right away, just when they see those plates. I've had 2 people tell me that on the street. Just shout it, you hate Mexicans. And my comment back to them is only the ignorant ones like you. That is far from the truth. Trump doesn't hate Mexicans. He hates certain kinds. I hate certain kinds. I hate gang members. I hate illegal ones that come over with their cartels state of mind. Those are the type I do hate. But I also hate black people that are gang members. I hate white people that are trailer trash and act like gang members and murder people. So it has nothing to do with race. People like to make it race because they have no other way of thinking about it. They've been brainwashed. So I still do have the plates on, but I'm feeling like a lot of the heat I get, I'm going to have to take them off. I'm getting more and more heat every day by ignorant people that just don't understand. Okay, so I would like to end this with a positive note. I do get a lot of love on the streets. Being a Trump supporter, I got my Trump hats. I've been in my major cities and seen people wear Trump hats. Not a lot, but a few. So they're out there. There are Trump supporters. There are people that love this country and want it for the best and not for the worst as far as making it ghetto. All right, guys, that's it. I hope I've changed your mind on what you think about Trump. Do your research, guys. Look it up. Old Trump videos. He's been talking about this kind of stuff for a long time. And and what I hear, it sounds great. I mean, if he's successful in his life, why wouldn't he be successful helping us, helping America? All right, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoyed this. I'll see you guys later.
I went down to the demonstration to get my fair share of abuse, singing, we're gonna vent all our frustration, and if it don't, gonna blow 50 AFU. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. You can't always get what you want. But you can try sometime, just not find. Oh, you get what you need. Yes. Oh, you get what you need. I went down to the Chelsea drugstore to have my prescription filled.